We're only like one day in Trump administration, and I already want it to fucking end, dude. Ugh. Anyways, welcome back to Dragon Age, the Veilguard, where last time we had just made friends with Emmerich, um, and met him and his skeletal uh, servant, Manfred, adorable, and yeah, we went back to the necropolis, really, the Grand Necropolis, just new area. Let's see what areas we unlocked after doing the little intro quest to it with Emmer. And yeah, sure enough, new quests. The I'm already forgetting your name, Myrna or something. Myrna, I think it was Myrna. Kind of tasks us with eliminating Venatori that are kind of remaining in the Grand Necropolis, as well as dealing with a haunting that's happening. There. Um, uh, of a malicious spirit, and yeah, we start exploring. We in kind of like the central chamber with like the bell. We kind of come across multiple kind of like very simple puzzles of like collecting that, like allow us to collect a bunch of wisps, and then you bring those wisps over to like these 4 skeletal bodies by these chains in front of a door. And once we got all 4, like the doors opened, opening up to a sealed chamber that a bunch of Venatori were in, as well as mostly Venatori bodies. So we killed the remnants of the Venatori there, and approached a door on the other end of it, which was sealed, but a entity called the Formless One spoke with us, saying that like, this vault belongs to me, I won't let you in. And then we're like, oh, okay. Went to go check the dead bodies of the Venatori to see if they had any information on what this thing was, and yeah, sure enough, very powerful demon had taken over the vault, hoarding whatever wealth is inside, or treasures or what have you. And yeah, they basically determined that it had 2 kind of external spirits that were kind of supporting it, I guess, and like giving it power, as it was able to kind of project itself out of the vault. And so we had to go destroy them. And that was a thing for later. Other than that, we kind of further explored. I guess we went back through some of the areas we had already been to in the place from Emmerich's introduction, as well as a few new spots, but mostly it was the same areas. And yeah, we went to that, like, we fought a few groups of Venatori, killed them, a few groups of undead, and re-killed them. There was a demon that we came across in that like one judgment chamber, where Emmerich did that little ritual to speak with the dead, and destroyed that. And that was the haunting, the demon that was haunting things, the place. Um, and we came across like a little room in like this large like corridor that in order to unlock a treasure chest, I basically had to light a bunch of candles in that large corridor, as it was apparently also being haunted. And we also came across a little wisp that displaced the skeletal remains of a body all over the place, and so we had to do that. And then that was timed, and I failed the first timer because there were enemies in the room that we had to go to. Failed the second timer because I didn't notice that there was a little niche, little nook up above the room that you had to find all the pieces in. But third try was the charm. And we got it. Actually, no, it was the fourth try. Third try, I'm like, oh, I wonder if any of them are outside this area. But no. The timer ended if you went outside the search area, basically. But we eventually got it. And then eventually we routed back to the central chamber, where Myrna and friends were. Turned in all those quests, got like... They thanked us for some of that stuff. For all that stuff, really. Gave us another quest about dealing with some hauntings in, I believe it was Arlathon Forest. And we went on our way. And so, yeah, we went to Arlathon. And we had two demons to get rid of here, as one of those Formless One demons was also there. Pretty simple. Just went there, destroyed demons. Able to do like the tiniest bit of exploration of like new areas. We found like a little cottage that we can do anything at later. I imagine that's gonna be story important later. Then we went to Minrathis, I believe. Sounds right. Pretty sure it was Minrathis. Killed another demon for that Formless One guy. Near where we fought that one noble son, who the police were like, this guy's not a Venatori member, teehee. But he definitely was that guy. It was at that spot. We also unlocked a door, which gave us a wolf statue. With that complete, we went into the crossroads to just kind of, because we had a few of these champion essences, and so we went to crossroads to unlock those corresponding areas. The first area kind of led us to like this little ruin where we learned that Philosophy had we found like a note where Philosophy talked about the Solus's ritual going wrong. I'm not quite sure if it went wrong. I think it went just as planned. He just didn't know what the plan was, so he assumed it went wrong. But yeah, there was like a little wolf statue out on a pedestal in the middle of this area, and Rook was like, that's suspicious, and sure enough, a bunch of Qunari teleported in if you try to like take it. So yeah, I had to fight off some Qunari, had to turn some statues to look at each other, to raise some bridges, kill some more Qunari, until eventually we got to like an actual Fen'Harel statuette. Two of them actually. Now thinking about it. We grabbed those and left that area. And then the second area that we unlocked, kind of near the market, that kind of led to a place where we had to fight through reviving hordes of undead until we killed like some summoners, and eventually we got to like this blighted throne room, belonging to like a ancient general of Solus's like rebel army, like elven rebel army from way back when, that had been corrupted by the blight and Evaneras. So that was a boss fight, and we first tried it. Hell yeah. And got some stuff. How you doing, Draconis on the spectrum? Welcome in. But I think that was the last quest we did. And we did that. Finished up. So we continue. Okay. Do other quests for now. Unlock. Continue adventuring until an expert arrives. Huh? Not by tendrils of... I don't think I can do that yet. It's also level 35. I'm not that. So, that. Usually says if it's, and we gotta get that strength back up there. Pretty sure all these like missing bits are just I don't have the things for it. We're supposed to go here. Who is the one that recommended that we recruit this person? Harding? Might have been Harding. Pasha, Lord of Fortune needs help with questing Ravane before she's willing to join. Yeah. Oh. Oh well. I'll go here. And we'll bring... You'll meet a Lord of Fortune on the Ravane coast. Bring our boy, Emmerich, with us. I don't want two warriors. Otherwise, I would want Emmerich and Davrin. The boys with their sons. Ravane Coast. Fuck them up. I hear we're just like casually approaching while this fight happens. Just rolling up. Hey.
Hey.
Steel in one hand.
Gold in the other. Who are you?
Call me Rook. Lord of Fortune, like you. Tarsh, right?
Yeah. You're with the Lords. Why don't I know you?
Lord of Fortune, you're familiar with passphrases specific to the group. Hell yeah. Had to leave. Can I prove I'm a lord? Been away. I mean, both these are correct. Not sure what this would entail, though. I like how Emmerich is just standing here with his autistic doesn't know what to do with his hands thing. Uh, sure. Straightforward.
I had to make myself scarce after things got dicey.
It's the Lords. Things are always dicey.
Isabella also said she'd kick my ass from here to Antiva if I didn't leave town for a bit.
You know Isabella? Okay, let's get to work.
Great. What are we doing?
The Lords want to hit a cave on the coastal cliffs. Big Vincimer makes her lair there. We get her out, the Lords get in, we go home and get drunk. Might be more on Tom.
Yeah,
Don't
double tap.
get in my way.
For gold and glory.
Emmerich is like, is this normal?
So what's the plan exactly?
We need to lure the Vincimer out of her lair. I set bait, she comes out to eat. My partners loot the lair while she's out here. We'll find the bait on the beach.
Ah, knew there would be stuff in. Herbs. Ooh, pretty. The thing down there. Never knew a statue over there. I didn't drown. That's good. Sick. Waterfall? Cave? Not a cave. But at least we got something from it.
You
Finally.
said the dragon we're dealing with was a Vincimer.
Yeah, blue with a yellow belly. Breathes lightning.
I thought I
learned
recognized
to
that name.
prepare
I'm
for
like,
light.
where have I heard that name
We're not
before?
fighting her. Lords just want the Horde in her lair.
Appropriate that the pirate area has a bunch of waterfall caves with treasure in them. Loose journal page. Day 2. Light rain all day. Found trace gold flakes in some of the streams and a cave behind a waterfall with some weird chest. Spent an hour trying to open it. Continuing down the beach. On Tom in the distance. Fine. Art on Droste. Gain enhanced damage on takedown. Gosh, come on, you're a Lord of Fortune. Why are you not getting loot? Up here. Treasure hunt with me. Aw, can't currently use this, but this does confirm that use that, obviously. Oh. Griffin? Eating a dude? Kinda dude. A blue dude. I think that's supposed to be a dark spawn. Like judging by the little black veins going through it. So, some sort of yielded Grave Warden presence here. Doug, apparently. Hey. I'm going this way. Don't mind me. For these lads. They're like little chunk crocodile. Or is it alligators? They're so strong. That thing. Templar's Ritual Kit. The Templar's Ritual Kit prepared with dangerously blighted red lyrium. The box itself is weathered, but the tools within remain in pristine condition. Okay. We're not going to change any of her stuff yet. There. What the fuck is that? Is I'm guessing that will probably up into that port. Ah. Waterlogged note. Tell Xenon this is the last time I'm taking this route. If he wants to have the rarest pears at the Black Emporium, he can get them himself. Avoiding the Kunari and the Ravani and the pirates is bad enough. But I think we're being followed by a dragon. See you soon, or never again. AQK. Rip. Look at that water, nice and blue. I like those guys. They're cool. Alright, I'm done treasure hunting.
On Tom ahead. Be ready. They go hard.
I know.
Watch yourself. They have Gatlock cannons.
I know.
Eat shit. This is not your land. Come on. You're not bigger than me.
Hey, Neko.
So you've got no problem fighting other Kunari?
I'm from Ravane. Not like I follow the Qun.
Fair
You've
enough.
got the arm ropes.
Sure. I wear a lot of stuff. You don't get to tell me who I am. Doesn't matter anyway.
He likes the
The
aesthetic.
Antom don't follow the Qun either. Not anymore.
Oh, boo.
Tell me, Tash, what made you want to join us?
I don't.
I thought you wanted us here to help you.
No.
We just showed up. Didn't want us to help her, but she's like, you know what? I'll just accept it. Like, I'm fighting a dragon. Might as well take the help. Not a lot of people crazy enough to fight dragons. Tosh? Yeah. Yeah. Weak ass jump. Whipping. Could have brought Davrin, but then I would have had 2 warriors. Dragon's Breath, and the Antam Schism. The official story of the Qunari attack upon the south holds that the Dragon's Breath plan to attack the south was a rogue action against official Qunari orders. This is true, but it is not the whole truth. The Salisari triumvirate of the Qun, represents the Qunari people. The Arishok commands the Antam, the military branch that represents the body. The Arakun leads the scholars and priests, representing the soul. And the Aragina guides the craftspeople, representing the mind. After the breach wreaked chaos across the south, the triumvirate suggested caution and sent a Qunari representative to observe and report on the Inquisition. Some in the Antam and the Ben Hassaraf believed their leaders lacked the will to end the threat. They were referring to Iron Bull there. Dragon's Breath was indeed unsanctioned, but it was not unpopular. Qunari, who had fought the Blood Mages of Tevinter, had learned to fear all magic. They wanted a fast solution. A final solution. When Dragon's Breath failed, the surviving Ben Hassaraf spies surrendered. In contrast, the Antam insisted that Dragon's Breath had failed because it did not go far enough. The boss, they declared, did not merit education under the Qun. They must be conquered or destroyed. When their Arishok, who had fought Darkspawn and Ferelden during the Fifth Blight, argued against this demand, his own Kashoks declared him corrupt. They ambushed the Arishok at the War Council, leaving him badly injured. Stan, no! And then the bloody Antam went to war, a body now bereft of mind and soul. Excerpt from Malakan, The Loss of Reason by Sir Rowan of Daresmond. Stan. How could they do that to my boy? All he wants are cookies. Cats. Can't believe they would do my boy Sten like that. So this is definitely an old Grey Warden keep, right? Fuck that plank. In with a twist. As much style as substance, there's a razor-sharp blade twists at the end like a tentacle catching what it cuts. 20% agile attack damage. I have a feeling that's going to be exploding later on. Alright, Tosh, this is the proper way of treasure hunting. You'll destroy every barrel and crate you come across.
We're not fighting the dragon?
No. Vincimers eat big game, usually sea life. They're not hostile unless you do something stupid.
Like poke around in its lair?
Right. So we lure her out, then the lords go in and grab anything shiny.
But you do kill dragons, right? You're a dragon hunter.
I kill them when they need killing. This one doesn't.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, Love Velen going around killing every dragon she comes across. Okay, so start of that wall. Twin Palladium. Plus 4% momentum on kill, plus 50%. Engraved with old Tavine runes, the enchantments roughly translate to innervation, strength, energy. Just zip line back. Huh. Whoa.
All right, beach is up ahead.
Right. You said we'd find bait here?
Bait'll find us. Come on.
How exciting! A chance to observe the fauna of Ravane.
Oh yeah.
Look there! Deep stalkers!
Knew they'd find us.
We're using these creatures as bait?
Yup.
I see the Lords of Fortune take no half measures.
Quite a few of them. Dragons have big stomachs.
Oh, I didn't even mean to hit that one. I like each shot. I'd keep one as a pet.
Now there's a larger specimen.
That's their pack leader. Take her down.
Look to the left!
I stole the Deep Shocker mommy's health potions, I guess. Did not get into Deep Stalker? Yes. And?
Guess that's the last of them. Now what?
Now I get the fire going and make our dragon dinner. Good. She'll like it. And this potion will put her to sleep for a few hours. But we gotta get her attention. Use the horn up there. Come on, she'll be here soon.
So, we held up our end of the bargain.
You did okay. So, what do y'all do?
Right now, we're trying to take down evil god monsters and their blighted dragons.
What? That can't be right. Dragons don't get blighted. They're smart enough to avoid that crap.
However it's happening, the gods are using the blight to force dragons to attack people.
That's messed up. Somebody needs to stop them.
Hi, I'm somebody. Dodged right into an explosive barrel, dude.
I left the horn right up there. Can you sound it?
Yeah, I can sound it. Just taking care of my natural enemies. Non-explosive arrows. You could totally get up there. Lift your arms up. Nope. Who's this? This sucks. You have to gone. We're here. Little.
There you go. A toss curry.
Where are we headed?
That old Grey Warden fort. Anton might be there. I want to see what they're doing. If it's anything the Lords of Fortune need to worry about.
The Vinsomer responded quickly to the horn.
This time.
You fed her before?
Took a while to get her used to it.
Sounds like you've got her trained.
You train a dog. You reach an understanding with a dragon.
It was not a later quest. Sure. It was current quest. Loose journal page. Day 4. Clear weather, warm and humid. Found more traces of gold in lower streams. Tomorrow we'll attempt to climb to upper cliffs. I believe a major lode may be near. I've seen Antam again, but it's easy enough to avoid them. You say that, but I know at the end of this trail of
Vinsomers are clumsy on land.
journals,
Better
I'm
in
gonna
water.
find a dead body.
They cut the surface like a knife.
They swim?
They dive down after prey like a giant bird. Sometimes they stun schools of fish with their lightning. Gulp them all down in a single bite.
Cool, cool. Let's say journal. Jan Tama right outside. If they find me, tell the remainder is too soaked with blood to be legible. Hold it. Wait, if I can pickaxe. Easiest call of my life. Curious stone. Loose journal page. Day 5. Clear weather. Gusting winds. Tried to scale the cliffs above the bridge, but I fell and I think something broke. And Anton Patrol may have spotted me too. Gonna find a place to hide until I can get back to my camp. Oh, didn't hide well enough, buddy. Rip. That's gonna kill me if I jump down there. Buddy.
She came rather close.
Letting us know she sees us. Might also be her way of saying thanks for the food.
Oh, look at these little... Finally, I'm taller than somebody in this game. Finally. My instinct was to jump. Templar shields.
This was quite a fortress. Why was it abandoned?
This used to
light.
be a big Grey Warden outpost. They left after the Darkspawn stopped
Yep.
coming.
Hold it. Like, no more darkspawn to kill.
Puzzle, mate.
Brute force in this? Yes. I even do it yet? Maybe. Maybe not. Remember them little statues for later. Right, left, back. It's weird for me to think about, like, let's build this whole castle to fight against the Darkspawn. Darkspawn are defeated. Well, time to abandon this entire castle. Yeah, it's like, what do they come back? Griffin Greathelm. Like, it is very weird that they would just abandon it. It's like, you know, the whole multiple blights thing. A weird coloration there.
I see the Untom have arrived.
Let's check inside the fort. I want to see what they're doing.
Oh. Hard-bitten belt. Each pouch contains a powder that, when combined, will emit a concussive blast around the user. Explosion. Shortcut unlocked. That was further than I thought I was. I would think there to be more squatters. Yeah? Expect there to be more squatters, I would think. Something tells me there's gonna be combat here. What?
Shit. More on Tom. You're not even supposed to be here. We dust people? I'll show you weak dust people!
Block two dudes at once. Thank you. Explosion.
Yippee! Come on, let's keep looking.
So the Antom took over the outpost after the Grey Wardens abandoned it?
Yeah. Ravane and the Canary were at peace forever. Then the Antom broke away from the Qun and invaded. The Canary builders are part of a different caste. They didn't break away. So the Antom take over old forts like this instead of building their own.
They're lazy. Got it. God, there's like so many chests. Gosh. Please. You don't get to cross that gap for a long time. Oh man. See, like, here's the thing, right? This place has been abandoned. Why the fuck is there still gold-plated shit here? Like, looters would just come in and take that shit. Go scrape it off the fucking floor if they have to. Blessings of fortune. Golden full body armor that flaunts the bearer's riches while protecting them with self-same wealth. On perfect defense. See what it looks like. Very fancy. Only got a new one of these at some point. Fire weapons attacks deal fire damage. Back to this. Like my ability cooldowns. Just one more reason not to abandon the place, or you at the very least like donate it. The fact that an enemy faction could take it for free, yeah. On Tom note, translated from the Canary language, your instructions are unchanged. Use the nets to bring the dragon from the sky and the grapple to tie it down. Do this and win glory for the Antom.
Grapples, nets. The Antom are going after the Vinsimer.
Surely the dragon can defend herself against the Untom.
Not after I drugged her. Come on. They've been watching. They knew I drug her to make her sleep. Assholes!
Yeah. Fuck you. Weathered journal page. Orders came down today. We're abandoning the fortress. No more darkspawn. Too expensive to maintain. Huh? Can't believe it. Worse, Ops was reassigned to bloody Ferelden, and I'm being sent to Weissout. I don't know what I'll do without them. It's been tops and mellows. It's been tops and mellows since the joining. Bloody hell. Bloody Ferelden. Warden Mel Caravu. 633 steel. Damn, this place was abandoned 3 ages ago, dude. That.
Come on! Watch for incoming!
An attack from afar!
Hitting us at range! Gonna be taking fire!
Damn.
Solid hit!
We're gonna stay. Have to get up there somehow. Get to that. Don't forget to go back to that room and have Tosh clear those crystals. Oh, I know. We just haven't unlocked her ability yet. I'ma be back here. No worries about that. We also gotta get that. Be able to do it? You did earlier. No, I did not. Okay. See? Tasha is currently unable to use this. He doesn't like us. He hates us. I'm sorry, I'm a dumb. It's okay. Can't believe Nightmare would try and misinform me. It's just to...
They haven't seen us yet. We can run.
Hey!
Alright. Them thighs, though.
I brought her down. She's mine by right.
Mar a Namra Benari Bala. A Tashmar Tarost, a Sitarala. Kuto.
Kuna sipe sidam.
Tarala. Come on.
Cool. I don't think she needs our help. I'm gonna be honest with you. Be dodging over explosive barrels. Owie, they're bonking me. I love how the last thing you do of that is just throw it.
Rub some dirt on it.
Explosion. Hell yeah. Kill point. Momentum generation. Arrow regeneration. Look, rub some dirt on it. Oh.
So, you breathed fire.
Yeah?
That display
Thanks,
of fire we just witnessed. You're not a mage, are you, Tash?
No?
Did you want to expand on your answer at all?
No?
We can talk later. Let me know when you're ready.
Alright.
I'll burn the chains off the dragon.
We may be free,
Aragon's knuckle.
but I expect the Vincima will be agitated after what she's been through.
Yeah, she's gonna be pissed. Hopefully she just flies off.
I'm me just throwing a bunch of things that I already destroyed. Buddy. Can't pet the dragon. Tisk tisk. Baby. Yeah. Just a little guy.
As one dragon flew off, now safe to finish its nap, uninterrupted, another was about to wake up. The surviving Antam poachers carried news of a fire-breathing Kunari back to their leader. Tosh and the team would soon find themselves being hunted by the Dragon King.
Sounds like a fucking loser.
Wonderfully done, Tash. While
Hi.
you played with the big scary dragon, we looted the shiny stuff from her cave. And you managed it despite this former crew member tripping you up the whole time.
As the Lord of Fortune, you're friends with Isabella. You recognize Isabella? Of course.
What can I say, Isabella? I learned from the best.
I did tell Varric not to go easy on you.
What did you find in the cave?
I didn't. What?
A lot of dragon shit, gold, some fancy trinkets, and this.
Slow zoom. I never played Dragon Age 2. She's also in Dragon Age 1. In the brothel in Denerim. What? Yep. Oh. She's just hanging out there. She's not one of the prostitutes. I mean, you can do stuff. You can do stuff with her. But she doesn't work there. Just hanging out.
If it puts a smile on your face, that's good enough for me.
Oh, it does.
Thank you for all your efforts. This is just as I had hoped.
Rook, this is Shathan. She's our expert on Qunari artifacts.
This piece predates the Steel Age by centuries. It comes from an earlier attempt at settlement. One that left no survivors. You used your fire.
What? No.
Were you seen by the Antam? You promised you would be careful, Evatosh. You need to be away for a while. It is good you are joining Rook's team.
I'm what?
I looked her up and was like, no wonder I don't recognize her. She has the same female model as like half the NPC. I mean, Dragon Age Origins. To hunt dragons.
We're looking for a good dragon hunter. That would be you.
Yeah?
Our contact here said you'd agreed to join us.
Didn't Shathan... I thought you and your mother had agreed on this.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, you'll work it out. You always do. For gold and glory, Tosh. You're welcome back whenever. Rook, wipe your boots next time.
Hey.
Mother, what did you do?
I thought you would enjoy the chance to work with Rook's team. Do you not wish to stop these blighted dragons?
Of course I do. I might have decided to join on my own. Maybe after you talked to me.
I talked to you about not using your fire in front of the Antam. I will prepare potions for you to take. Would you prefer ginger or lavender?
The ginger.
Hassam Vinek. Rook, you will keep her safe.
Literally going to fight some gods. Least safe with me, let's be real. Hi. It is awkward.
She strong-armed you onto the team just like that, huh?
Looks like.
Anyway, welcome to the team. Might not be what you wanted, but we could really use the help.
I'll get my stuff.
She pissed.
Hey. It is.
Sorry?
Joining your team. It is what I wanted.
Glad to hear it.
The Antom hate magic. They always talk about how much better Kunari are than everyone else. Now they worship elven gods for power?
I don't think it's
Hypocrites.
worship.
But it explains why they pushed so hard into Ravain.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
We are gonna pause here for today. I got called down for dinner, so we're gonna take a little break. Boop. Boop. I am back. I had spaghetti for dinner. Garlic bread is very good. Alright. Alright. Feels like we're a war, a lot of little wars.
So instead of one giant fight, we have a lot of smaller ones. I bet that won't make things any easier.
The gods have made bargains with the worst people in Thedas, offered them all power. And it's not as though the Antom or Venatori will care about the price.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies, like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Crows, particularly after we helped save their city.
Thea and Viago know what is owed. They will make good on that debt.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Ooh.
Could she have
That's
found
Neko's
some
wife.
trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
Wife. Any specifics?
Any details on the blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
Okay. How's the first ward?
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track, but he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
True. Good. A lead as good a lead as we've got.
Gillinane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking blight than wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
Yes.
They're gods, or the closest damn thing to them.
Nev, you're back.
Yeah, I am.
Then back to work.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, our Fade expert, and Tosh, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met.
So you're a dragon hunter? Minrathous could have used you.
What's going on?
Back home, what isn't? Look, you made an impossible call without enough information. I get it. It's the corner the gods put us in. It just might take time to shake off.
Yeah, no shit.
You are back though, right?
Yeah, Belle. I'm back.
Given how things have gone, I wouldn't blame you for staying away. So, thanks. We can't do this without you.
After what happened to Minrathous, I've got even more reason to go after the gods.
Oh yeah.
If anyone's got a shot at this, it's the people here. I'm still on the job. Count on it.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendale.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
After we get new side quests done.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
Wouldn't be easy.
Feels like stopping two gods isn't the kind of thing that should get handed to a fresh leader. Though, someone needs to be in charge, right? Everyone's looking to me for answers. I have to be ready to give them, even when I'm not certain.
And that's why I recruited you, Rook. I knew you could fill my shoes. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the Wardens found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit.
Oh, have a
Good
nap,
work, Rook.
Grandpa.
You'll find your way through this. I know it.
The Dragon Slayer. Alright. Tosh, a Kunari dragon fighter, lured a dragon from its lair with the team's help so that her fellow Lords of Fortune could steal its treasure. When Antom poachers tried to take the drugged and sleepy dragon, Tasha defended it and revealed her ability to breathe fire. As Tosh joined the team, the surviving Antom fled back to their leader, the Dragon King, with word of a rare fire-breathing Kunari. Companion hardened? Nev is hardened. After experiencing the blighted dragon attack in Minrathis, Nev is less trusting and more self-reliant. Her damaging abilities are increased, but she will no longer use supportive abilities, and relationship progress is slowed. Bloop bloop. Part 7. Fire, Feather, and Fade. New exploration level unlocked. Ravane Coast. New exploration level is unlocked. Now. Shades of the Blight. Octown. The team pursues leads that reveal disturbing information about the spread of the Blight, but also gain some unexpected aid. Wounds Evka and Antoine. Trying romancing her even with the debuff. Didn't get far for a while. Makes sense. They need more proof to show the first warden. Okay, so they're actually trying to collect evidence to be like, hey, first warden, wake the fuck up, lock in. Good. Oh, find the demon in Hossberg. Travel to the Hossberg wetlands. Looks like most places are appointing Hossberg. No new side quests? Book club notes. Notes for our first book club meeting. Attending Emmerich, Valara, Harding, Nev. Book The Hallowed Halls by Marcellus Ingemvinus. Chosen by Valara. Notes taken by Valara. Don't worry, you won't miss anything if you progress through story mission. Like, I'm sure there's, like, gonna be, at some point, like, a point of no return. Notes. Emmerich, frustrated that book was not accurate about how undead actually work, agreed that the romance subplot had the pleasing air of a classic tragedy. Nice. Nev, pretty sure the book was based on one of her old cases, refused to elaborate further on romance subplot. Harding felt it was too long and lacked excitement. Kept scowling and asking, where's the blood? Valara, me, enjoyed that enemies to lovers featured heavily in story, found undead a little creepy. We rolled dice to decide, and Harding is the next person to choose a book. Nice. Glad to see everybody's getting along. Alright. Tasha's daily Adari health list. Morning, take spindleweed pills for stomach, fire gland. Eat within 1 hour to stop pills from hurting appetite. Include something tart/sour, not wine. Make small flame while gargling mint water. Take embryum pills if making flame is painful. Throughout day. Snack periodically. Include blood lotus pills if not eating something green and leafy. Meat is better than bread. After using fire breath. Embryum pills immediately to stop inflammation. Amrita vein tonic within 1 hour. No alcohol for at least 1 hour. Eat something green/leafy at next meal to keep blood from thinning. Before bed, drink tea to soothe stomach/fire gland. You can ask Lucanus for help with that. Or probably Emmerich as well. Have snack before bed with embryum pills. Get a good night's sleep. Antam versus Kunari with notes from Shathan by Tosh, age 14. Most people think the Antam are like other Kunari, but that's not true now that they've broken away from the Kun. They are very different. You could strengthen your thesis by adding in their attitudes toward the Kun and towards Bas, foreigners. Normal Kunari think the Kun is like a map or guide. The Antam think of it as orders. Could use more details. Orders must be followed or broken, while a map is a constant source of guidance. Normal Kunari want to convert Bas. Antam want to kill them. I will add reading to your list regarding our people's war with Deventer. In conclusion, normal Kunari just want to live their lives. Antam want to kill everyone. We will work on adding specific examples. Very critique. Tasha talks. Dragon, Vinsomer. Appearance, dark back and light underbelly. She's hard to see when underwater. Looks like whales, like those whales. Diet, squid or those big worms that burrow near the shore. Uses her lightning to stun prey. Jaws are more like a beak. Good to grip squishy stuff or crack shells. I think the lightning also helps her see down in the deep water. She does little crackles before she strikes. Behavior, she's hunting more than she needs. She's also not attacking Antam unless they get close to her lair. Then she kills them fast. I think she has dragonlings. Must be trying to keep them fed and not look for fights. Only reason her dragon stays that quiet is to protect her kids. Honors. Okay. What we got? Fire Breath. Dragon's Roar. Dragonfire Strike. Fortune's Favor. Bit Fire. Alright. Of course I'm gonna go with the Dragon Breath. Like, of course I am. Trinket. Thought I had another outfit for her, but I guess not. Alright, now we got this. Burning. Like made out of jade horns? Can't place. I think I have to get all of things before it actually lets me place them. That's my theory. Hey.
I'm still weirded out by this fade crap, but this part is kinda cozy.
Davern has talk scene with us. Oh. Not actually. I wonder what those have. Whee! I'm gonna talk to everybody else first. Get to Tosh.
I took a look at the archive spirit you recovered.
What do you think of it, Professor?
It's a work of art.
Really?
Concatenating so much knowledge into a stable vibration folded into the Fade? Magnificent!
I just wish I could get at that knowledge.
Give yourself time, Balara.
Patient. Get there eventually.
Look, I'm back and I'm on the job. That's all I want to say about it right now.
Fair.
How do all of Emmeric's pens end up in here?
Oh. Oh, because this is storage? Hello. Food inventory. On a page from a notebook in Balara's handwriting, things we have. From Solus, lots of salted meat, not sure what kind, not challah. Large quantity of raisins, seemingly untouched. Several jars of honey. From us. Fresh meat, all several varieties of cheese, Nev, flour, me, salt, me. Fresh rolled noodles, Harding. Some kind of paste made out of pepper and oil, Harding. Casks of fresh wine, all. Large tub of coffee beans, all. Small jars of very expensive coffee beans, Candace. Breaded sticks of cheese, Tosh. Animal biscuits, Davern. Fresh bananas, Amric. Fresh bread, me. Tubs of butter, me. Things we need, fresh milk, any. Apples, ask Emmerich. More cooking oil. Chocolate for Rook. Wine for book club. We don't got any chocolate? Wow. Can't believe they're denying me my purfling chocolate addiction. How dare they? Why are our stores low? I need that chocolate.
Hey, Rook.
Here you are. I am short as fuck. God damn. I'm short even by dwarf standards.
New voices, many wanderers. Life returns to the lighthouse.
Enchantment. What's this? Have any of them? Not far enough in the game. Oh, no monuments. Who am I forgetting? Daffron. Wait. Manfred. Okay, he's still up there. Okay. To make.
Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This? It's by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
Safe from tiny monsters.
You've got a flair for the dramatic.
Nothing scarier than the real thing.
What will you do with it?
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
What's it for?
Who you doing it for?
Balmor, that imbecile in Tevinter, lecturing on things he doesn't know about. And Ludric over in Ravane thinks taking a rock wraith down with a lucky shot makes him a champion.
Yeah, Ludrig and his ego.
You ever met Ludric?
Well...
Because he's been dead 300 years, living off the legend of one fluke arrow.
Oh. I just wanted to make you feel better.
My reward is showing these idiots how it's done.
Oh, yeah.
I like a hunt with some challenge to it.
What's your quarry?
I'm thinking... a Grey Warden, maybe an elf. Maybe both.
Yeah.
I can't decide.
That too much to handle?
It's best if you keep them guessing.
Well, you'll need special bait to lure that sort out. Doesn't just fall for anything.
Noted. So, where's the Gloomhowler in all this?
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, you're still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull. In this line of work, Asan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
Makes sense. He'll learn to fight by fighting.
I don't know another way. Out there in the world, you sink or swim.
Can a half lion, half eagle swim?
Don't know. Asan?
Which half was that?
Search me. Both halves share the same stomach.
Right. I'll see you around.
And pet. No. Oh no. Bear. Nug. Multiple nugs. Fuck is that? Something's tail. Something's rib cage. They were flirting so hard back there. Entering the storage room.
Stop by for a workout?
We're gonna loop in. This. Oh, for Treviso? Hey, Tosh. We've been trying to get supplies to the crows in Treviso, but the crows, who were supposed to pick up the supplies here in Ravane, never reported in. You and your fancy new friends have the time. Could you check it out? The drop point was over on the coast. For gold and glory, Isabella. No talk? Talk about it? she decorates it. Manifesting you the best energy, Angel. Thank you. Thank you. Right back at you. Okay. But good and glory. I was unfortunate I've been helping the Cruz of Treviso with supplies, but the supply drop has gone missing somewhere along the Vein coast. Okay. Either crossroads or fast travel. Oh. I was going to be going to the Vein coast anyways for those side quests. Gosh. It's been a while, so we'll bring that. Jump up there. Come on, you could totally make that. You just used your fucking arms. I can finally use this. Ow. Weather journal page. Hey, keeping watch here. Tops doesn't believe me, but I swear that statue's eyes follow me at night. Why'd they build a castle around that thing anyways? I may be a city elf from Veilguard, but even I know the Dread Wolf when I see him. Warden Mel Caribou. 631. Bass. Piece of paper. That's just exposed to the elements. No, I don't think it's ever actually been established how long. I assume that they're at least a century.
The Dreadwolf turns up everywhere, doesn't he?
Ravane is on pretty good terms with the Dalish clans. We get elven stuff here and there.
And the reason why Ravane is just the best. You're not racist.
Want to take a look behind the waterfall? Sometimes there's treasure.
I mean, I've already been behind that waterfall, yeah.
So, your mom wanted you to lay low, and now you're with us.
And because I wanted to be here.
Then it looks like we pleased everyone. Isn't that novel?
Yep. It's great.
Look at that. Look at that seam. Ah.
The Ravani Armada and the Antom Navy have destroyed a lot of each other's ships. Good for salvagers, bad for sailors.
Company,
Go ahead.
get ready.
Let's see what you got.
Kaboom! Oh.
Well, look at that.
Moldy fabric. My favorite. Ruffle. go through that yet. See if there was like maybe some way there. I guess that's something for later.
Hey, Manfred. How does he work?
I'm sure Emmerich would fill you in if you asked.
Yeah, but he'd add details.
All right, then. The bare-bones answer from the non-necromancer. You get your parts, put the skeleton together, some fancy ritual later, and you've got a wisp inside running the show.
Manfred's a wisp? Like the ones at your desk? You could make a bunch of moving skeletons?
Me? No. Not without some research I don't want to do. Don't worry, those wisps are staying wisps.
Good.
Wow, look at that. Finding for the first time. Whoa.
Get ready to fight.
Get clear! Would you look at rope? Got through that.
For crows. A bloodstained note. Viago. Since you said you already had weaponry covered, we've sent mostly alchemical supplies. This should give you what you need for those lovely little traps you've been springing on your new friends in Treviso. You can send your team to our agreed-upon drop spot at the waterfall in the cliff tops. Here's to causing trouble for the Antam, wherever they are, Isabella.
These are the crows that were supposed to be picking up supplies.
Looks like they were ambushed.
Indeed. Side quest. Wasn't here before. Blood smeared note. It was Cataranda herself. Chased us in here. We got food and water for a day or two, but Jonas is hurt bad. I think she got Mirabelle. How does something that big come out from nowhere? Yeah, they're fighting deep dogs. Fucking nerds.
Done.
I use it by you. Both those. Gold brooch. There you go. There's a shit ton of birds. Something over. Above. Nope. Cannot. Enough to go. I'm gonna assume this takes us. Yep. Away we
I
go.
heard you fought a dragon in Minrathis before I joined up.
Yeah, the Shadow Dragons and I dealt with it while Rook and the others fought a second in Treviso. Though you could call it more surviving than fighting. We barely drove it off. But now we have a dragon hunter, so here's to better luck next time.
That's what I'm here for.
There. Why?
Okay.
Certainly lit that. I like these guys.
Look at those waterfalls. It's like every drawing of Ravane made real.
On Tom orders. The boss here attempt to help the boss in Treviso. I will not have the butcher complaining that I am hindering his efforts. Gilonane does not reward those who fail. Find the crows and these supplies and bring them to the warden fort. We will deliver both to the butcher to show that the Antam who serve Panchanek are worthy of greatness.
Looks like the Tom got the supplies that were meant for the crows.
We need to get those supplies back and pay back the Antom.
Come on. The Lords of Fortune don't leave allies in need. For gold and glory.
Yep.
Okay. Gold and glory. For rock and stone. Oh, I almost ate shit again.
Well, there's a fancy trick.
Yeah, I'm pretty fancy. The ladder? Edge. Fraser. Burn stacks. Your power gods. Oh, almost didn't even see that. Aw. 100 HP. Fine. Smiling visage. Plus 50% damage versus enemies. No.
And another Fenarel altar.
Find a lot of these. Oh, there's just a building here. Hello. I hear. Dead Warden. Warden Gray's final repose. Sharkmouth Fort 1, the Grey Warden. Excerpt from a Warden log. After agreeing that the Darkspawn are a threat, the Kunari sent their first Warden recruit. He had trouble living under the restrictions of his homeland, from what little we gather. He should fit right in with the rest of the Wardens. I don't know what he cares. I don't know that he cares about Warden ideals, but he's a great fighter. He passed the joining and even helped kill an ogre coming up through the volcano. The only thing left is to give him a name. The Kunari are normally just named after their jobs, he says, so they're calling him Gray for now. Added by Davern. Always wondered when the Kunari first joined the Wardens. Good to see even the Kunari took the Blight seriously. Got two. For each enemy hit. Okay. Health.
Some kind of puzzle with torches or fires or something. Might get treasure out of it. Got it. Look, we got a new door. Bet there's something good on the other side.
Tosh talks. Puzzles. I hate puzzles. But a lot of spirits in Ravane love them. The seers say that the spirits want to encourage Ravane to uphold traditions, paying respects to old cultural stuff. My mother once said it's because spirits don't understand the world. They're trying to figure out the rules so everything makes sense. I think it's all Vashedan. Putting a treasure chest behind a puzzle that makes you do some old cultural thing doesn't make the world make sense. Why can't they just put all the treasure chests behind waterfalls like they're supposed to? Added by Emmerich. But isn't it fascinating to see how our cultural practices inform the spirits, who in turn reinforce those practices with us? Be pretty interesting. Woven key. Pirate grave marker. Here lies Ty. He died as he lived, saying, "Hold my grog." We buried what was left. Help yourself to his stuff. Goodbye, Ty. I'll see you soon. Love. Golden cask. Tall and plumed, this fine helmet is the color of gold, but much harder to dent. Very Celtic look design that. Celtic. Oh. Ooh, shortcut. Or something like that for the other side. that one. Oh. Right. Winky. I say never use that.
You were there when the gods escaped.
Sure was.
What was it like?
Strange. Chaotic. The stuff of nightmares that stick too long.
We were talking about something. What was it like?
Strange. Chaotic. The stuff of nightmares that stick too long.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I see we can't go back that way. Added. Anyway. Yeah. Apparently did something. There's a noise. Find out eventually. Fuck, what are you doing? Uh-huh. That murder hole. Corner vault acquired. In with a twist. 20% agile demo. efficient. Gonna bring Davrin. Gonna bring Davrin.
Beat the odds.
How we did. The odds were in our favor.
All right.
Door's sealed, but I'll bet the warden's left a clue around here to open it.
Journal of a Thief. I've been here 3 days now, and I'm so close I can feel it. The treasure, the old records talked about, is just behind this door. The seals are the key. Find the matching ones and the door should open. They're hidden around the castle. It's almost like the bones are watching me, waiting for me to find these seals. If I get this open, I can go back to Kirkwall rich enough to buy the Viscounty. Running low on food and some of the local plants, and my guts are feeling weird. Just going to close my eyes for a minute. Don't do it. Alright. So we've gotten one of them, I guess. So we got 2 more. That explains the, like, 3 chests that are right there. Big little light there. Ghost? Oh. Omen.
So, Tosh, you're the dragon hunter of this outfit.
Yep. And you do monsters.
Seems our work's going to overlap.
No, it's not. I handle dragons. You kill monsters. And Darkspawn.
Dragons are monsters.
What? No, dragons are natural. Been around longer than we have. Darkspawn and monsters are just Vashidon that came later.
Fair enough, but I'll handle any archdemons we meet.
Fine. But I get to help.
Buddy. Here. That's 2. That one.
Yep.
Ever keep taking away the fire breath.
Can't do this without a wisp.
Wisp. Oh. And Shinek, the Blood Eater.
Here they come.
They're hitting us from there!
Oh.
One of the crows is still alive.
We're good.
Hello.
The Antom kept me alive so they could use me to trick Ravane into sending more supplies. I didn't think anyone was coming. The Lords of Fortune wouldn't abandon you. It's the least we could do for the crows. Thank you for your timely arrival. I'll get the supplies to Treviso and pay back the Antom there.
Yeah. I need to figure out how to get up there. Bloodletter's Twin Blade. Oh. Plus 30% charge attack damage, apply bleeding, maximum momentum. Bleeding enemies attack, you do not lose momentum or adrenaline. Yo? That actually pairs very well. Like the later pair very well with what I already have. Like my main chords does bleeding. Up there, so. A whole bunch of stuff.
Let's see if it burns. Looks like we made a door.
No. Oh, there's that wisp. Oh. Ring sight charm. Lords of Fortune spin tales of old magic trapped within these charms. Though the stories are suspect, the item certainly attracts attention. Sharkmouth Fort 2, The Eruption. Excerpt from a Grey Warden log. A seer warned us of a Darkspawn horde gathering in the tunnels in Shark's Mouth. The fighting was fierce, more Darkspawn than we'd seen in years. They would have overwhelmed us, but the seer called on spirits to awaken the volcano. Warden Grey was more scared of the seer than he was of the Hurlocks. Granari have a particular fear of mages and demons, but Grey still protected the seer until her ritual was complete. I'm watching lava pour from the jaws of Shark's Mouth as I write this. It'll be years before the Darkspawn find another way to the surface. Seer said the eruption would anger some spirits, but we'll deal with that as we must. Added by Tosh. Seers awakening a volcano? Kunari believer protecting a mage? Would have lost money twice. Rip. So I've been on a phone call? How dare you? I'm outraged. We'll go back to that wisp later. Let me just finish exploring this. On the ramparts, those crenulations. Welcome back, Nago. Free March's Guardian. Said to warn respectful owners against threats. It sometimes faces different directions without being moved.
Look at that. A sight you never see hunting in the deep roots.
Warden's key. The Griffin gives its wearer strength while allowing them to lock out fears they may face.
I'm in the wrong business.
Go back on them Warden notes. Make sure I follow the right way. Rialto Sunsetter. This blade of Antivan design can turn a battlefield as red as the last light of day in the skies over Rialto Bay. Buddy. Click through the side for a bit there. Also, like, 100%, like, could literally just crawl through that and pull that lever yourself. Like, that's a massive fucking hole. Eternal Whale. A disturbing carving of a screaming figure. If held against the wind, it emits a howl that sends a shiver along the the listeners find. How's the game going? Going good. Dragon's Warbow. Crafting the physical and the mystical together, the Shadow Dragons imbued this bow with a sympathetic essence of flame. 15% fire resistance, bonus electric damage applies to weapon damage, weak point hits for shock. Burning reduces the target's electricity resistance and fire resistance by 10% per stack. Boink.
There. Whatever the warden sealed, we've opened.
And we've let loose like an archdemon. Whoa. Yeah. It's pretty good. Don't understand the controversy around it. To be honest, I didn't notice this skeleton here. Go chill now. Hello. Octopus. Alright. Cauterize. Fire breath plus 100% duration. Plus 25% burn damage. And applies burning to all enemies. Okay, so that's like how long I guess the burning condition lasts. Burning fire damage over time deals increased damage against armor. Look at that. Alright, fire breath. Burning damage plus 25%. Where I imagine. Burning damage plus 100%. Doesn't say how long the burning lasts. Go damage for now. Chase. Okay. Death from above. Positive reinforcement. On detonation, you gain rally party. Hassan's fire. On impact, deals 50% of the damage done to the target to all enemies within 6 meters. Rally party do. Canyons deal increased damage. Ooh. Detonation. Abilities cooldown through 50. Like half damage, so about 115 damage. 150 damage to target. The target, effective radius by plus 50. Now inflicts damage up to 3 times, but deals minus 50% further reduced damage. Raider. I don't like the sound of this. The one that gives the party buff. There we go. Petrified dragon's egg. The shape and markings clearly identify this as a dragon's egg, but the object has been petrified not by age, but by magic. Does that mean it can be undone? Hmm? Trust finery. Plus 20% overwhelmed effectiveness. 103 ability damage. God damn. While destroying one's enemies, the poppy red rope hides blood stains, and the tassels add flair. It looks pretty sharp. Azure bow. Arrows loose from this bow, which was inspired by a narrow escape from a sea monster's deadly grasp, always seem to strike true. Plus 25% hip fire damage, plus 4 max arrows. The bow does not lose accuracy. Plus 4% bow damage per maximum arrows capacity. Okay. Surface. Yes. When necrotic weapons is active, charge attacks deal necrotic damage in an area around the target, but remove necrotic weapons. It hisses death. Hmm. Very good. Oh, I got everything. Yeah. Straightforward area. Oh, hey.
A win for us.
Win is a win. Birds. I have no idea how we get that area. Guess I can go there now that I've done that one puzzle thing. Secrets.
Hey. We need to talk about Hassan.
What'd he do now?
It's what you did. You're not feeding him right.
What are you talking about? That griffin eats better than I do. He had steak last night.
Yes. You're giving him too much meat. He needs more fiber.
And what makes you an expert on griffin dietary needs?
His poop smells wrong.
Never mind. Forget I asked.
Davrins was like, alright, fair enough. Okay. How would you know if the poop smells wrong, though? Like, literally the only griffin. Is not what I needed. That really is just later. Turn to the caves of Sharkmouth once they are fully accessible. Oh. Something tells me that I need to come back. That'll be that area. Or that area. Bows are kind of ridiculous. That bow's taller than I am. Lighthouse? These two treasure chests are on this map. Thanks from Treviso. Look. Taya said she could get this to you. I just wanted you to know that thanks to your rescue, I was able to get supplies from Ravane down to Treviso. We just sprang a large group of prisoners free. Thanks to you and the Lords of Fortune, we had poisons to take out the Antam guard station, herbs to treat the prisoners' injuries, and gold for the bribes to get them safely out of Treviso. Treviso will be free, and the Antam will regret ever showing their faces here. Yours, Natalie of House Cantori. The quest's last. If she set up her room. She didn't. Buddy.
Are you doing all right, Rook? Don't forget to take breaks, okay?
Okay. Okay, Grandpa.
All fine hobby for any young mage.
Not really. I just need something that can dissolve copper. Oh, but I'm sure alchemy's fun.
Ah, those happy hours testing acids in the mortuary chambers.
Wow.
Dweller, a helper waits within.
What?
Another helper waits between the facing gods.
Another helper waits above between the facing gods. Above between facing. That's 2 out of 3. Manfred. Alright. 1 for me. Alright, we're tied. Go 1-0. Alright. Finally, I won. Let's go. Go there after I get like talks, wandering around.
How's it going?
Here you are. Right, and some. Oh. The cell, the gap there. Okay.
Spite, could you not? Mierda.
Do it, Spite. What's up?
It looks like our boy Asan is feeling his oats. Or whatever griffins feel.
He's getting the hang of it. When he listens.
Already saying our boy.
He seems to be able to handle himself so far.
You got lucky the Gloomhowler didn't tear you to pieces, boy. You wait for my command. We attack together. Then we can kill stuff like that.
Well, at least he's learning.
The instincts kick in. Griffins see darkspawn and it's a fight to the death. Like wolves hunting deer. Just need to corral it.
Never be a deer. Good to know.
He'd probably leave them alone.
Probably?
You and I see a deer. Maybe he sees venison souffle. Every muscle in him, every talon, every feather, honed into a killing machine. Hassan's ancestors took on archdemons.
Like his name says, he's an arrow.
Half lion, half eagle, with the instincts of both, Griffins will always be hunters.
Just like his daddy Dapperin.
I suppose we are our nature.
Not sure about that?
Most of my life, I've hunted the darker things in the world. But caring for a griffin? What do I know about that? Yet here I am.
That's not so bad, is it?
Not the path I expected. Makes me wonder about Hassan, his brothers and sisters, still young, pure.
You're worried?
I'm responsible for the future of every griffin alive. I want it to be a good one. These animals live to fight, but I wonder if there's another path for them.
I'd like to think everyone can find a new path. Even griffins.
Just wish I knew what it was.
Doesn't every good parent?
Parents. A scary word. I'm supposed to be his bodyguard.
What do you think you've been doing this whole time?
Trying to ignore it. If I get myself killed by a Hurlock, that's on me. If it's Hassan, I just don't want to mess it up.
I think that's where trust comes in. That Turlum idea you keep talking about? Trust Hassan to find his way. Don't force things.
He's headstrong.
Good thing you are too.
Right. Thanks for the chat.
Nev? Go on.
Nev, settling back in.
More or less. Lots to catch up on, but when isn't there? I'm ready to get back to work. If we could skip the personal catch-up. Not the day for it.
Take all the time you need.
Is it?
Strength earns mastery.
Alright. What's up, Tosh?
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
For gold and glory.
Right. You were one of us. How'd you end up here?
Politics.
I upset the wrong nobles in Ravane.
Ugh, those assholes.
That's what I said when I kept one of them from running off with a dangerous artifact. Isabella sent me with Varric until things cooled down.
Ugh, politics. The lords don't take me on political jobs.
Lucky you.
Traps and dragons. That's what I'm good with. Traps and dragons are simple.
Why do the lords need you?
We didn't have a dragon hunter when I was with the lords. Why do they care about dragons now?
Lots of great old crap ends up in dragon hordes.
Why do dragons care about gathering treasure? It's not like they go to the market.
Dragons like metals and gems. Anything glittery catches their eye.
So they're like really large magpies?
Kinda. And they live for centuries. Lots of time to gather a bunch of shiny crap. Plus all the gear carried by idiots who thought they could kill a dragon.
True. True.
What's the most interesting trap you've run into?
Old elven armory. Had letters on tiles. Probably supposed to spell out the name of a god or something.
Probably?
I don't read elven. Found handholds in the ceiling and swung across.
Well, that sounds more like a puzzle than a trap.
Ugh, puzzles.
I cheat at puzzles. I like puzzles. I hate random puzzles.
You got the right idea going across the ceiling. Varric and I ran into an old elven puzzle once while hunting for Solus. There were these talking statues.
Riddles?
One only lied, one only told the truth, I think.
Ugh. What'd you do?
Varric gave them an autographed copy of his book. Turns out he's really popular in the Fade.
Nice.
These days, everything is elven gods this and blight that. Give me a stolen idol in a trap-filled dungeon any day.
Hey, we're not thieves. We don't steal.
Barb's team literally stole the big prize sword from the Grand Tourney of Starkhaven.
Starkhaven's full of assholes. It doesn't count as stealing from them. You don't screw over anyone who can't afford it.
If the Lords of Fortune ever get a coat of arms, we should print that on the bottom in Old Tavine.
My mother works with them. That's how I met the Lords in the first place.
What did your mother do?
I don't remember meeting your mother when I ran with the Lords. What does she do? Appraisals?
Yeah. She tells them how rare something is, how much it might be worth. Also tells them if they found something cultural.
Cultural?
You know, important. Stuff you don't want going to some rich noble's collection. The Lords send that stuff back to the Canary in Parvalin. They pay the Lords a finder's fee.
They've put a lot of thought into it. Probably more than I did when I collected relics.
Just thinking about the gold.
And the glory too. Can't forget the glory. Though if I defeat these gods, I'll have cornered the market there.
The Lords are good people. They helped my mother when she came here from Kantar. She got here with nothing but me and the clothes on her back. The only skill she had was Canary history. The Lords gave her work.
Okay.
When I left, Ravine was trying to figure out whether to arrest us or ignore us. How do they feel these days?
They were angry for a while. Then the Antom invaded.
We should do this again. Grab a drink, share our tallest tales.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need to be ready for combat? Or traps?
Nah.
Dragons?
Alright. Just let me know when.
Codex entry. The quest. From Davern's journal, The Nature of Griffins. Talking to Rook about Hassan's instincts got me thinking. Can you change something you're born with? Or are we blank slates who can make our own way? Was I born a monster hunter, destined to do this job, or did I have a choice? With Hassan, he's this incredible ball of fur, feathers, and energy. Watching him learn to fly, or swim for the first time, or taste an apple, there's so much potential in him. You can see he's having fun testing his limits and learning about the world. Has anyone ever raised a griffin that wasn't trained to fight for the Wardens? I've seen them get into a frenzy around Darkspawn, so there's no doubt it's like a cat going after a mouse. It's ingrained. Can griffins do anything else? They want to, I wonder? Trap plans. Idea. Spinning blades at head height. 1 by mirror. Good. Blades good. Bad. Maybe won't kill blighted gods. Bad. Might kill us by accident. No. Idea. Pressure plate near exit of mirror room. Poison dart. Flames. Good. Reliable. Bad. Some of the stuff we're fighting floats, too. Bad. Pressure plates get sticky and require maintenance. No. Idea. Door with wire attached to bucket on hook at ceiling. Bucket filled with those mushrooms Hassan likes. They fall on target. Hassan raises alarm and attacks/eats. Good. Teamwork. Bad. Davern might be mad. Bad. Mushroom stinky. 3. No. 1 for humans. 2. Ask Nev if floating stuff would still trigger pressure plates from magic pushing down. 3. Why do they smell like worms? Und Hans. In the remainder of the cross for fast travel. Flow of steam, figuratively and literally. By a moment offers a chance to get to know her better. Boom. Still haven't set up your thing.
You remember the Hall of Valor that the Lords of Fortune have? Isabella says we should get ourselves invited.
Interesting.
Just tell me when you're ready.
The Hall of Valor. West. Cover the hall via the crossroads or the map. And Ravane offers fighters a chance to test their skills against spirits. The Hall of Valor, a training area in Ravane run by the Lords of Fortune and friendly spirits of valor, offers fighters the chance to test their prowess and win bragging rights. Nice. So it's just like an arena tournament. Against increasingly difficult numerals. Alright. What's up to here? What's this thingy? Flashbang. I wonder if that'll open later. Oh. One of the elven artifacts. Inquisition. On leaving the lighthouse. Only a few sentences in this ancient book are still decipherable. Scattered now. The great enemy has vanished, but so has the Dreadwolf. After rebellion, there is a cry for reconciliation. Not only with those we fought, but with those who stood aside and must now justify their passivity. There are empty rooms, but it is now the emptiness of peace, not of the fallen. We know these holes will be kept by blank. Close out these pages, I gaze at the beating heart of the lighthouse, fed so long with hope, and offer one last morsel. I am the last. When I depart, it will be into a world I do not understand, but I face a dawn without the Evanuras, and that is enough. I love how that just went through a fucking bookcase. Oh.
Dweller, it is whole, restored.
Workshop upgrades discounted. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Flashbang. It looks nice. Like not broken anymore. We got a discount now? I no longer have to get the thing. What is this though? I don't fucking know. Enchantment. And that's still the same. Alright, important. Hey, boy.
Hey,
Oh, cool.
Hassan.
Good shit.
We've been doing a lot of good work lately.
I thought he had nothing to say. Did. Really? Really in a hugging mood. Tyler? Punch. And... Villar.
Sup?
So. Starts to taking some time on the beach to blow off steam, figuratively and literally. This quiet moment offers a chance to get to know her better.
Hey.
Hi.
Some for you. Some for you. Hey. Don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
Be relaxing. This is a fun sighting. Oh, no, that's floating.
Here, let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here.
I how to do it. I'm just
It's safer.
small.
No people around.
Don't have
Lots
as
of
wide a
water.
range.
Is it magic, or...
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Antom called you a Dari?
Yeah.
Descendants
Old
of
Kunari
bards,
word
I
for
see.
fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks Adari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds. My mother
this
left
is a
the
new
queue
place.
not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with the child?
Lycune isn't a prison. People can leave if they want.
Birds.
Don't scare them.
Do you miss living under the Cune?
Hold on. That's Are we safe scummer for that? Yeah, we are.
My mother left the Cune not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with the child?
Lycune isn't a prison. People can leave if they want. You little guys hungry?
There we go.
Do you miss living under the Cune?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me.
Huh?
There's enough for all of you. Shathan was worried about what the Qunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antam, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qune.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fully do that. That's there. I can try. Save 9. 3 to 9. Wonder if these things have like a time limit. What?
There you go. Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
Don't want to scare the birds. We just fed them.
Fair enough.
What the crap is that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vosh Vatari! Come on. These banners need to burn.
Again. Get them.
Let's see if it burns.
Nope.
Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Ew.
Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ooh, ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
And I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
Like griffin poop. A lost poem. Translated from Kunlat. Slow blink seems to say, I'm going to eat you little fish. Her soft, soothing friend. Aw. One of the Antam here likes cats.
An Antam supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch.
Gosh, built the barrier.
Got it.
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melt some metals, not all.
How'd you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby.
Makes sense.
This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that.
Kinds of birds. The dude there.
Karash, it's Tosh. I brought food.
Avatosh, it's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. They're a friend.
A friend? All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
Drip rain?
What's the difference between drip rain and mist rain?
Drip rain soaks through the clothes. Mist rain just wets the skin. Sorry, I don't know all the words in your language.
Makes sense.
No, I get it.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry the Antam did that to you.
I do not have my old life or work, but I remember who I am. The Antam have lost even that.
You saw their banners? They're in the area.
I will not be seen.
Okay. Let me know if they bother you.
I am at peace, Avatosh. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Avatosh.
Panahedan. I'll see you soon.
Love that. Sten
So
just...
the dragon hunter has a softer side.
The Qun says you take care of people.
So you're a little Kunari, a little Rivani, and a little dragon?
Yeah?
Rough, buddy. I like that Sten, just like after Origins, just returned to Saharan as well. Like, I come bearing gifts, and just showered the Kunari people with cookies. That's what happened. It's canon. Look what I discovered in Ferelden. Took the Kunari culture by storm.
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So how do you get it?
I learned how to survive as a Tevinter galley slave, and then as a Lord of Fortune, like you. And now I'm fighting elven gods. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravain were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who've only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe.
Sorry, night. Well, initial evaluations dramatically presumed the well-sharpened blade was for sinister purposes, looking at you, Brother Rons. The device is strikingly similar to one used by Ravani bakers to cut flatbread. Yup. Old flatbread. That murderous occupation. Baking. The Chantry versus the Coon. An excerpt from Tovashov, a guide for Kunari leaving the Coon, written by Seer Rowan, with notes from Shathan, translated from Kunlat. As you learn of the world outside the Coon, you will hear people speak of the Maker and the Chantry. In some ways, these are like the Coon, under which you grew up. The Chantry is not like the whole of the Coon. It is instead like our priests and scholars. Outside the Coon, the military is controlled by a ruler like the King of Ravane, while building and farming are controlled by merchants. Yes. This strikes you as inefficient. You understand it correctly. Imagine an Aflok worker and a Sala priest arguing over how to build a library, with no triumvirate to settle their disputes fairly. The Chant of Light teaches that the world was created by the Maker, a divine figure who then left the world to dwell in the Fade. By the Maker means that something surprising has happened, while Maker willing is hoping for good fortune. S. The Maker is not a spirit or a demon. Suggesting this might be the case makes Chantry Priest very unhappy. He has done that before. Andraste was a warrior and scholar who received visions of the Chant of Light, much like Kozlan, understanding the principles of the Coon. He spread the chant across the south. The core principles of the Chantry are to be kind to one another, to spread word of the Chant of Light, much like the Coon was meant to spread, and to not let mages rule over others. This is interpreted differently in different countries. In the south, mages were kept in captivity, restricted almost like our Cerebos. In Ravane, mages simply must renounce any claim to rule as a noble. In Tevinter, Chantry priests say that the Chant of Light only restricts mages from ruling for evil, and mages are free to rule. This has led to a split between the Chantry there and in other places. Yes, it is reassuring to see that the Coon is not the only way of life broken by institutional corruption. Ah, yes. Corruption. I love it. My favorite. Lost poem. Translated from Kunlat. Look beyond the sea, white clouds race across the sky. Forget cannon smoke. That written by our newly acquainted friend. Loki cat. Oh, we're back here. Entirely walked a circle.
Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't.
Wait, that sounded bad. I can be a little jokester. I can be a little jokester. Oh my god, they're just both staring down at me like, really? Make crass jokes? Here, let me explain my joke.
Because she's sleeping in my base, which means I own the bed. I'm actually next on laundry detail.
She always did like the mouthy ones. In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the Antam.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again. Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language. Panahedan, Evatash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
I feel like this would get disapproved from her.
She's very involved in your life.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet Karash.
Yeah. It was.
Fire on the sands. Tash spent time on the Ravani coast feeding the birds and practicing her fire breathing. An encounter with her mother, Gathan, show that they do not always get along, but have each other's best interests at heart. Oh. Kunari cavalry armor customized for a Lord of Fortune. One golden arm packs a punch while the other is free to snatch up the spoils of war. Pretty good. Pretty good. Notice that she's pantsless. Letter from Shathan to Tosh. Evatosh, I'm pleased you are well in your new home. Is the food sufficient? If you are using your gift more often now, as I suspect you are, then you will need to eat more green vegetables to prevent the blood sickness. This is especially important during your moon cycle. If you run out of tea or medicines, I would be happy to send more. Do not neglect the embryum pills before you sleep. You forgot your extra Darsam rope at home. I have sent them to you. The ropes will fray eventually, especially when adorned with ornamentation like yours. Trust your senses, hunt wisely, and be cautious using your fire in front of the Antam. Remember, Chakra to Ebra. Nathan. Letter from Tosh to local Ravani guards about Karash. I've explained this before. Karash is an Antam. He was with the Antam. Antam dreadnoughts are crewed by soldier caste and non-soldier caste. He did charts. You can't be scared of someone who did charts. I know, Ravani sailors fight and do charts, but the Kunari still has this caste crap. He's the weather guy who got stuck on the dreadnought when the Antam assholes broke away from the Kun. He's as scared of them as you are. He doesn't want to fight. He just wants to talk about humidity and air pressure and crap. He's also nervous around boss. All of you. Thathan and I will take care of him. We might get him back to Parvalon when he's ready. Done talking about this. Aw. Suddenly popped up quests or anything. Okay, good.
I wish I could breathe fire. I don't know, it just feels like the kind of thing that could be useful, you know?
Sometimes it helps to burn through stuff.
I wonder if we could make it go further or hotter. How long can you hold your breath?
Not long. Healers say it's because breathing fire hurts my lungs.
Oh, never mind then.
Here. Hey, she set her place up. It's a fucking gym. Hey, she got Davern to make her one. Josh's horn. Davern. Snapped it in my first job with the Lords, Gamordan Stormrider. We hit her during a typhoon as she attacked a little fishing village. I used my axes to climb off the wet ground onto her back. That's the best way to deal with lightning dragons when they start making the puddles fry you. Saved the villagers, but lost the horn when she slammed me against the cliff face. Better my horn than my skull. Valara. Veilguard. Really strong and the right weight so my balance isn't thrown off. I took a giant crystal of it as my share from the Storm Rider. Armorer in the Lords shaves bits off of my horn as my horn grows back in. No, I don't know what harmonic resonances are. No, it has never shot lightning. Finally settled it. That's good.
I wish I could get moving. I hate being stuck in here.
I know, Eric, I know. Not here? Everybody's paired up. I think Davern's to fight Azan.
This is actually not too bad.
For what?
Getting rid of evidence. After an assassination, some clients don't want the body hanging around. Too many questions.
You just dump it out here in the Fade?
Who would ever know?
I would.
That can be dealt with.
Here's the part where I back away slowly.
I like how
Hey, Hassan.
I like how they're talking about this, and then I'm just in the background here, just playing with Azan. Just vibing with the Griffin.
Need something?
Nope. Man, everybody really is paired up.
You call Manfred Fred?
Sure. He walked into my office. I said, Fred, can I call you Fred? He nodded. Seemed happy about it. If he doesn't like it...
Oh, Manfred doesn't mind. He quite likes you. Does the diminutive imply a certain level of comfort with the necromantic arts?
It shows a certain level of comfort with your friend. The rest of it, well, that depends.
On what?
On what the mage using it is up to.
They both sit so straight. Upright. However, we're gonna end here for today. It do be 8:30. So, boop.